a little video here on basic what to do as Raynor. I am going to just be a level basic 15, no mastery points. I am going to do it on a random mission. And the whole idea here is to kind of show off one of the most economics builds that you can do with Raynor. And, I don't know, just kind of show off like a basic how-to for bio for him. I'm not going to be focusing super heavy on like finishing the mission as fast as possible, just doing as much as possible to kind of show off what you can do with him. The basic idea for Raynor here is to get to 14 supply, then build a CC, stay at 14 supply, build a barracks. As soon as the barracks is done, you can get an orbital, and then you should be able to
units from both of your armies must be present to complete your objective.
get a third CC before you need to make any units. You're going to have the Banshee airstrike to take care of the rocks. And you always want to move your first or your second SCV over to where your rocks are. Now, I always move like the second one, just because some of the maps have a distance from your main to the rocks that's a little bit longer. During this one, you probably could have had one of them mine a little bit before moving it over, but not absolutely necessary. As soon as you get to 150, you want to make sure that you make a barracks. That was probably like 40 minerals a little later because I was talking. And you can set the rally wherever you like. You're not actually going to use it to take down the rocks. But as soon as this is done, again, make sure that you get your orbital on your command center started. Because delaying to make yet another command center would be nice, but mules do get you a lot. This will be the thing that gets you the supply to go above 14 or 15 supplies, so don't build anything just yet. Don't build any supply depots, you're just waiting for the minerals again to make yet another command center. You want this to try to turn into a orbital
Command
as
center
fast
has
as
been
possible.
upgraded. That'll cost more minerals than we have.
And then you want to drop your mule as soon as possible. So I'm going to be getting minerals a little bit faster. And see, now I'm already at 30 supply, and I don't have to worry about building anything else. Now you can start working on an extra barracks. You don't need gas right away. There's actually little gas that you need. After I get this one, though, I will make my first gas just so I can get some tech labs and stuff like that. We're still waiting for our Banshee airstrike to take care of the rocks, but in the meantime, I'm going to have all my command centers building SCVs as much as possible. After I'm done with that barracks, I'll make a engineering bay.
These foes are Terrans.
And I'll get a
Banshee airstrike ready for deployment.
This will take care of this.
Banshees now.
A celestial lock is being claimed
so I do a first barracks, then a
and begin to destabilize Ulnar.
first a CC, then a barracks, then another, then an orbital, and then another barracks. Sorry, then another CC.
I got my ears on.
Banshees to take care of the rocks. Unless you absolutely need them, then you can switch it up a little bit, and you can make a couple Marines to take care of things. But once you've gotten your 2 tech labs barracks, you can really just kind of start making whatever you need to make. Every time you ever feel yourself getting over 400 minerals, that's when you want to make another command center.
Add-on complete.
You don't really need anything up the top, because you have all these calldowns to deal with anything you need to deal with. Like, I'm still do not have to worry about anything. I have all these calldowns, so there's nothing to worry about.
Our ally must be present to claim the objective.
And then you just want to basically start prioritizing having more and more barracks, 2 engineering bays, and then once you start getting upgrades for your Marines, or your bio is when you need to start thinking about getting a factory. Because you don't really want to be waiting too long on getting your second and third upgrades for your bio. Because that's really when they start to become even more powerful.
That's gonna require more gas.
Make sure as soon as orbitals finish that you're turning them, sorry, as soon as command centers are finishing, you're turning them into orbitals. That's a very important part of this.
We cannot allow
Because
Amon's
basically the
army
only
to
thing
take
that's stopping you
control
from
of this
making
lock.
as many units as you want is how many orbitals you have. That's really the only thing that's stopping you.
Command
Our
center.
ally is waiting for us to claim the objective.
Amon's minions have taken a lock in his name. This cannot go unanswered.
Get out. Better not to make them right next to your barracks right next to the command centers, because there's always an empty
It
spot.
seems Amon has
But right
gained
now, I'm
control
going to make
of
another
Zelnaga construct.
orbital,
This is
and then
sacrilege, commanders.
more and more.
Destroy it if you can. We have activated a celestial lock. It would be wise to defend it as we work to secure the
And
others.
honestly, you can build such a fast army as Raynor.
Can't build there.
And you're going to start needing to, as soon as you start, as soon as you finish a round of making
Add-on complete.
Marines, start thinking about whether or not you're going to need more supply. You can build these supply depots really fast, so getting supply block isn't as bad as other commanders, but it can be an issue.
Our allies' base Allied forces are under attack.
I'm sending an airstrike now.
I got my ears on.
And again, this is not a level 90 mastery Raynor.
Upgrade complete.
This is just a plain old regular level 15 commander Raynor. But you can probably get up to like 10 barracks if you really need to. It's not as important as maybe these other commanders. Oh, sorry, as one might think. You don't really need to use all this, but honestly,
Add-on
you can
complete.
just throw away units so fast as Raynor.
We don't have enough minerals.
And constantly think about where your rally points are
We're done with the research.
for all of your units.
Need
If you're
more
going up
minerals
against a
around.
decent ground army,
We don't
or
have
a
enough
lot of
minerals.
storms, that's when you want to make
Upgrade is
more
ready.
marauders. But honestly, you can make so many barracks that you could actually make tech labs on everything and never really have to worry about not being able to make enough
Our
forces.
allies' base is under attack.
Add-on
Whenever you
That'll
can,
cost more
try
minerals than we
to...
have. Our base is under attack. Allied forces are under attack.
The celestial lock will soon be under enemy control.
Our ally
Always
is
make sure
waiting
that you
for
come
us to
back
claim the
and
objective.
spam some
Our
mules.
allies' base is under
And
attack.
then, like I said, constantly think about what kind of units you're going up against and what you need to make.
It's on its way.
If you have the Hyperion, they do make it does
The enemy has seized the celestial
increase
lock.
the
We must take it back.
damage that you do with all of your Marines by I think it's what 5? I'm trying to think of what it is. Increases the damage dealt by friendly units by 2, which is actually a lot when you think about
We
Marines
don't
and
have enough
Marauders.
minerals for that. Allied forces are under attack.
And if you can, pre-split is really going to be better for you.
Units. We're gonna need some detection out here.
And the other cool thing about having a lot of orbitals
That'll cost more minerals.
is you can scan as much as you like.
Additional supply depots.
And again, constantly resetting rally points is very important as well.
We'll need more supply. That'll
The
cost
enemy is
more
attempting to capture a celestial lock.
Ad remove is also a really awesome feature that you can use. I try not to use the select all army hotkey as much as possible.
Banshee airstrike ready.
Upgrade. Allied forces are
My
under
banshees
attack.
are incoming.
especially when you have a unit where you don't want them to move around, like you have a unit sitting over here. But what's cool is you can always do the select all army hotkey if you really
We
want to
cannot
do
claim
that,
the objective without our ally.
and then have that one unit on by itself, and then just use the remove hotkey.
Our
Because
supply
you can
is
always
capped
remove
out.
things from a hot control group anytime you like. I'll remove this guy, bring him over here, and then that way I can take all my
We're at
forces where I
maximum
need them.
supply.
And again, I'm already at max supply, so there's really not much else to do except to spam mules if I really wanted
Allied
to,
forces are under
make a
attack.
bunch of command centers if I want to, and don't ever underestimate the power of free-splitting agile. So I'm going to go ahead and just start filling the map with command centers, as I
Allied
can.
forces are under attack.
This
Amon's
is all
forces are
overkill at
moving
this
to
point.
seize the
You don't really
Celestial
need much
Lock.
more than roughly 10 barracks and roughly like 6 orbitals, and you'll get maxed out really fast. And keeping rally points close to you is always going to be a good thing.
Claim an objective.
Amon's minions are contesting a lock. They will soon gain control of it.
Try to keep everything wide, especially when you're going up against tanks.
Grasp. We must wrest control of it before it's too late.
Allied forces are under attack. Allied forces are under attack. Our supply is capped out. Energy's too low.
Our ally must be present to claim the objective.
Upgrade
I got
is
everything
ready
at
for
all the
use.
different things. And again, I haven't really used my cooldowns. I haven't really used any of my extra mastery points or anything like that, because I don't really need them. Raynor is just one of those commanders that really can just power through almost anything.
The enemy is attempting to capture
Black
Celestial
Plague
Lock.
does affect him pretty negatively,
Command center has been
unfortunately.
upgraded.
We have activated another lock. Press on, commanders.
All right, this area's ours.
Hyperion cooldown ready.
We're at maximum supply. Allied forces are under attack.
The construct
Don't
is
forget to
noble.
use the
The
Hyperion
Dark
as much
God
as
will
possible.
not corrupt the Xelnaga's work so easily.
There.
A worthy outcome.
One thing that's also kind of nice to do as Raynor is to have a specific area where you choose to rally everything and then having a
Allied
camera
forces are
location
under
on it
attack.
so that you can keep things
We
split
cannot
if you
claim the
need to.
objective without our ally.
Our supply is capped out.
This is not the best area to do this, but
We're
what
at
I'm
maximum
going
supply.
to do is lose a couple of these guys to draw some
Our supply is capped out.
tension behind.
We're at maximum supply. Allied forces are under attack.
Three locks have been activated. If we secure the two that are left, we will have saved Omar.
Supply is capped out.
Most of the time, you're only going to need to build Marines
The locks
afterwards.
are halfway toward the point of overloading. We must activate all 5 locks to seal Omar's power.
Because usually your medics stay alive pretty well.
Our ally is waiting for us to claim an objective.
Remove an item from it, and then we should be good. Again, I really didn't need to mine out the map completely or anything like that. And again, Raynor is pretty
Upgrade
awesome.
is ready for use.
So that's Raynor in a nutshell. He's really awesome, really cool, can do a lot of amazing things. He is one of the few commanders that you can just micro and macro like crazy, and you'll really run to no issues.
Banshee elsewhere.
We have activated 4 of the locks. We need only do the same to the 5th.
I am disrupting time now. Be ready to attack.
But yeah, really cool. The basic idea is CC first, barracks, orbital, and this is all done at 14 supply. You don't need to go any more than that. So you can make a 15th SCV, but you really don't need it because once you hit 14 supply, you've got 2 SCVs on every mineral patch. That third one really doesn't add that much extra. They always have you go a little bit more because you might as well maximize your earning potential when you're playing co-op because there's only 2 bases, not a 3rd base or a 4th base or 5th base. So first thing, 14 CC, 14 racks, 14 orbital, 14 CC. From there, you can either build a second barracks or your engineering bay if you really feel like you want to prioritize. I usually do a second barracks. Around that time is when I get my first refinery, and then from there it kind of just builds slowly from there. Anytime you find yourself over like 500 supply, build another command center up until 6, and build more barracks up until 10. That's usually going to be more than enough, and then make sure you get all your upgrades. Once you start upgrading your bio army, make sure that you build a factory so that you can get an armory so you don't lose out on abilities to continue to upgrade your units. Anyways, I do hope that helped. There will be a build order in the corner when this thing goes up, but I do hope that helped everybody. Thanks so much for watching.